What if the key to mental strength wasn't comfort, but discomfort? The Stoics believed that true freedom is found not in luxury, but in the voluntary embrace of challenge, not in avoiding pain, but in choosing it before it chooses you. This is the forgotten Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort, a mental workout so powerful, it can rewire how you deal with fear, hardship, and uncertainty in life. Let's dive into the practice that Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus used to build inner resilience, and how you can train your mind the same way, starting today. Section 1. What is voluntary discomfort? Voluntary discomfort isn't about self-punishment. It's about preparing your soul for what life inevitably throws your way. In simple terms, it means deliberately exposing yourself to small, controlled hardships in order to become mentally tougher, more grateful, and less dependent on comfort. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, regularly practiced sleeping on the floor, eating the simplest food, and wearing rough clothing. Why? Not because he had to, but because he chose to. As he wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" By doing so, he trained his mind to understand, "I can survive this. I am stronger than I think. I don't need all the things I once thought I did." This practice breaks your attachment to luxury, softens your fear of future hardship, and builds what modern psychologists might call stress inoculation. Section 2. Why comfort can be a prison. Let's be honest, modern life is insanely comfortable. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant gratification. But here's the paradox. The more comfort we have, the more fragile we become. We get irritated by traffic, by bad Wi-Fi, by waiting more than 10 seconds for anything. We've mistaken comfort for happiness. But the Stoics knew, comfort is not the same as strength, and luxury is not the same as peace. By becoming addicted to ease, we forget how to cope with discomfort, and when real challenges arise, we break. Voluntary discomfort is a counterattack. It says, "Let me train now while things are calm, so that when storms come, I don't fall apart." Section 3. The psychological benefits. Voluntary discomfort isn't just philosophical, it's psychological. Modern science backs what the Stoics practiced 2,000 years ago. 1. Builds resilience. Facing minor stress intentionally helps the brain handle bigger stress when it comes. You're training your nervous system to remain calm under pressure. 2. Cultivates gratitude. Going without food for a day, or sleeping without a pillow, makes you deeply grateful for what you usually take for granted. 3. Reduces fear. By intentionally confronting the things you fear, like hunger, cold, embarrassment, you rob them of their power. 4. Increases self-discipline. Choosing discomfort builds willpower. It teaches your mind, I am not ruled by cravings. I am in control. So when you skip that extra snack, or walk instead of drive, or fast for 24 hours, you're not suffering, you're training. Section 4. Simple ways to practice voluntary discomfort. This isn't about extreme challenges. The beauty of this practice lies in its simplicity. Here are some practical Stoic exercises you can try. Cold showers. Start your day with a moment of intentional discomfort. Sleep on the floor or without your usual pillow for one night a week. Eat plain food when you don't have to. Rice and beans, dry bread, nothing fancy. Fast for 12 to 24 hours. Not for health, but to train detachment from cravings. Go a day without your phone or social media. Feel the silence. Train your attention. Walk instead of drive. Choose the harder path, even when easier options exist. And perhaps the most powerful one, wear something humble. Go out without trying to impress. Feel the urge to be approved and let it go. You don't need to suffer. You just need to choose mild discomfort regularly. Over time, this practice builds unshakable inner confidence, because the mind learns, I've already faced worse, and I did it on purpose. Section 5. Final reflection. The strength of voluntary weakness. Seneca once said, "A man is not poor if he has little, but only if he desires more." Voluntary discomfort teaches us that we already have enough, and that we ourselves are enough. The purpose isn't to romanticize suffering. It's to prepare for it, so that we're not broken when it arrives. It's to gain mastery over our cravings, fears, and soft spots. So ask yourself, what discomfort am I avoiding? And what might happen if I chose to face it today? Voluntary discomfort is the Stoic gym, the training ground of the soul. And the best part? It costs nothing, except your willingness to grow. Try one small practice this week. Start light. Stay consistent. Watch your strength grow. Because the greatest comfort comes not from luxury, but from knowing that you can endure anything.